Facebook Marketplace is a great place to find unique and affordable items. But unfortunately, it's also full of scammers looking to take advantage of unsuspecting buyers and sellers. From fake listings to payment scams, these fraudsters use all kinds of tricks to steal your money or personal information. In this video, we'll break down the most common Facebook Marketplace scams, how to spot red flags, and the best ways to protect yourself while shopping online. Stay tuned so you don't fall for these traps. Various scams are floating around on the buying and selling platform Facebook Marketplace. Often, shoppers hope to find a good deal on furniture, decor, clothing, electronics, and sometimes even expensive items such as cars or apartment listings, explains Charles L. Moore Jr., chief consumer of a digital safety company named Aura. Ultimately, this gives scammers the opportunity to attempt their schemes in many different markets and targets, he says. Here, common Facebook Marketplace scams to look out for. One of the most common scams on Facebook Marketplace is when someone asks if you will send payment through PayPal or Zelle. Since purchases are typically local, if the buyer doesn't want to do a cash transaction, it's most likely a scam. Asking to pay in advance before seeing an item is also a red flag. Don't give them information if they ask for Zelle or Venmo. Often, you pay a seller without meeting in person, and they take the money. You'll never receive the item. Another easy way to lose out on items is by falling for vendors who advertise free goods. Prominent high-value items like furniture, electronics, or designer goods at no cost draw interest to these listings. The catch is that purchasers must pay for shipping or provide sensitive personal information to claim the item. The item never reaches the buyer after the money is delivered for those costs, so you're out money and product. Always approach any free listing cautiously and look for more information before your final purchase. Phishing scams. While buyers often fall victim to Facebook Marketplace scams, they sometimes affect sellers as well, especially with instances of phishing. In this scenario, a buyer, scammer, will contact a seller claiming they're interested in a listing they're selling. What happens is that the buyer will send an authentication link to make sure the seller is legitimate. It's a reverse scam where the buyer comes off as suspicious to throw off the seller. Once the seller clicks the link, the buyer can potentially gain access to the seller's sensitive information on their phone, such as email, account logins, banking information, and worst of all, your identity. Tips for avoiding scams. Whether you frequently shop on Facebook Marketplace or simply enjoy browsing, it's important to be vigilant regarding scams. Some tips include requesting multiple photos. Asking for several images is the best way to confirm the validity of a listing. Usually, honest vendors have no trouble supplying extra pictures, including close-ups of any wear and tear or unusual characteristics. Additionally, she suggests asking for time-stamped images for extra security. They feature a piece of paper with the current date written on it next to the item. The next important tip is to meet in a safe location. When you're ready to pick up your item, make sure to meet in well-lit public places. Make sure to look out for unrealistic prices. A big red flag on Facebook Marketplace is listings with prices much below market value. Deals are great, but sometimes things are too good to be true, and scammers will use these prices to lure in buyers. Investigate the typical market price for the item you're considering before you buy. The listing is probably a hoax if it is much below this range. Now that you know the most common Facebook Marketplace scams and how to avoid them, you can shop with confidence and keep your money safe. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to the channel for more tips on avoiding scams. Let's spread the word and stop scammers in their tracks. See you in the next video.